Good morning. This is Anka Metcalf with TradeOutloud.com and welcome to my pre-market game plan for the last day of this week. Today is Friday, it's November 4th, and it is 9 a.m. Eastern Time. So we're going to start today with NQ hourly chart, and we actually made a new low. We made a new low at 6 a.m. Eastern Time, 4667.75, and we've developed a cluster which is a pretty weak cluster at this point. So we have resistance at 4682 and we have support at 4667. So game plan for today, obviously we are very weak, but at the same time, looking at the daily chart, I'm going to pull out the daily chart right here. We're into a double bottom right here into this area. So from this low all the way to 4624, we're still ascending. So we're still in a strong market. This is just a pullback. So we're going to see if this is going to be the case moving forward into next week. And next week is going to be election week. So it's going to be a little tough. But here is what my game plan is. If this area, we're going to play the hourly charts moving forward because they're going to offer us a little bit more clarity. So if we trade above, which you can see right here, that we had job numbers and literally this is what created this flurry to the upside, testing the downside, flurry to the upside, and then price hovering now and trying to trade towards the 4680 area. We're about 4 points away that. So if we're going to get a pullback and for another short opportunity, we need to break, first of all, we need to break 4680. If we break this 4680, aggressive traders can look to go long for a target, for an entry here, obviously, at 4680, for a target into 4690, and then one of the pullback targets is going to be 4700 and 4720. So if we're going to get a good dynamic move to the upside, these are the targets. However, your stop needs to be below 4667 because this is the major support area right here. And if you might choose a tighter support area, if you might choose a tighter stop, you may get stopped out. On the downside, if we break this 4667 area, actually 4668, we can look for more downside. How low can we go? Well, with a final target of 4620. So you're going to go 4660, 4640, and 4620 for your target areas. So 4620 is going to be the bottom of that daily pivot. And that is from September 12th. Okay, so we're going to go and that's going to be our target. Okay. It's going to be a very hard day. It's going to be a very hard day. Going long and even going short. Going short, we are extended to the downside. We're on support, and right now it's a tug of war between the bulls and the bears. And we need to play very carefully. So remember, we are 2 trading days away from election. And Thursday is going to be, Tuesday is election day, and Wednesday we're going to have probably the final results, and it's going to be a lot. There's going to be a lot of volatility. So NQ long over 4680 and short under 4670. If we manage to trade into the 4700 area once again, look for a turnaround here for another continuation to the downside. But so far, we have a very powerful trend to the downside. So let's take a look at YM. And YM is no different. We actually made, obviously, a new low overnight, 17,818. Right here at 6 a.m., we bounced on job numbers that came in. We have resistance right here at 17,870. And if we break this is going to be the game plan. If we break and if we trade above 17,870, I'm going to take it long. And my targets are going to be 17,900 and these highs right here of 17,915 and 17,920, 25, all the way to 30. This is going to be my game plan. You could see right now, as long as we're going to trade within this range, it's going to be very, very tough. So I'm only going to trade with confirmation over 8,670. And I'm going to trade confirmation to the downside only if we break 17,820. Other than that, I'm not going to do anything in between within this range. So if we trade below 17,820, I'm going to look for more downside into 17,800 and 17,750. Those are going to be my targets. 17,750. 17,750 is going to be a big, big, big support area. So that's going to be my final target. Let's take a look at ES. ES actually made the new low at 2079. No overnight lows, but we are into a lot of resistance right here at 2087. If we break 2088, we can look to go long with targets all the way into 2100. With targets all the way into 2100. If we break below 2080, which is a huge support area on the daily chart, huge support area on the daily chart. However, if we break below 2080, we could go and we have a really wide void all the way to 2050. Okay, so that can be played to the short side. GC popping back up to 1300. Okay, so it stabilized here, target hit, first swing, came back down, up, swing low, swing high, swing low, swing high, sideways. Really sloppy sideways pattern because we don't have equal lows, we don't have equal highs, so very, very sloppy at this point. If we break above 1305, 1310, the next target is 1325 and 1350. I would really like a little bit of a more of a pullback right here into this area. So this is not very convincing for me because on the daily chart we have no pullback. So we're still trading within yesterday's parameters. So also we are at 1300. 1300, which is resistance, which now is support right here. And literally this can bounce again. 1325, 1350 is going to be the target. However, I don't have a clear entry. Last but not least, CL. CL making new lows. And actually CL broke the 78.6% danger zone on the daily chart and is heading very, very quickly to $43. $43 is the last target area. So very, very weak right now. This is actually the 6th day to the downside. So 6 days down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 6 days. 6 days from that $50 area that we hit on October 27th. Right now, this was a cluster to the downside, so obviously broke support, $44.40. If we get a break above $45, and actually you can look to play this area tighter at $44.87. Okay, so $44.87 here. This area can be played long for a pullback, but this would be very, very aggressive. Counter trend trade. It's not one of my favorite trades, but definitely 44.87. We can look for a long position here. We should trade today above this area, and the targets will be all the way to $46. Okay, $46, and your stop will have to be 44 below 44.35. This is going to be your stop. However, we breached this area. We've reached $44, and at this point, we look for more continuation to the downside. But we don't have an entry because the entry should have been 44.35, 44.40 around this area. So Not even a week bounce. So very, very tough area. So caution trade in today. It's going to, we're probably gonna slip to the downside or test these areas. I mean, now there's a lot of fear in the market. There's a lot of profit taking into the market. There's a lot of stops that are being placed. And when you see these flurries down, these are just the stops that are being triggered that accelerate the move lower. There are short sellers as well. So play it very, very carefully moving forward, and especially for the next days. We're going to trade it. It's more of a day trading environment, obviously, than a swing trading environment. So, and it's actually more of a scalper's environment right now. So this was all for today. I hope you join me again on Monday as we're approaching election. And on Monday, visit tradeoutloud.com/open where I'm hosting a new webinar, how to trade the New York Open. It's a free webinar for all. So if you want to join, remember, log into my website. It is www.tradeoutloud.com/open and learn how to trade the New York Open. The webinar is on Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. And there is limited seating, and it's a free webinar. So you're more than welcome to join. Also, next week, next Saturday, we're starting the next 7-day power income class, day trading and swing trading futures. So we're throwing a special on swing trading, and it is power packed. It is 2 full days of full education from 9 o'clock Eastern Time to 4 p.m. Eastern Time. Actually, we're going to go a little bit over 4 p.m. And followed by 5 trading lab days where you get to carbon copy every trade that I do and how I read the markets, where actually we get to put everything together that we've learned. So if you want to learn more about that, go to my website. It is tradeoutloud.com/futures. And also, if you have questions, email me at info@tradeoutloud.com. I hope you all have a great and profitable rest of the day, and you have a good and relaxing weekend. See you on Monday.